What's up, everyone? My name is Joe Cox, and thank you for tuning in to Joe C. Cox Photo. As always, we do have a new plant for the video. Second, this is an unscripted video. And third, this video will cover my own personal experiences and workflows, so there will be some things included, some things excluded. Today's video, though, we are going to be covering a single light guide, so exciting stuff there. If you've only got one light at home, I am essentially going to be teaching you how to better use it, and just some general tips and tricks to make the most out of it. But we are going to be leaving the little office studio today, and we are going to head over into my photo studio. So let's get after it. All right, so as you can tell, we are now in the photo studio, and I do already have some things set up for us. We do have my camera in position, and it is just ready to go. I do also have our subject and a scene created around our subject, and then we do also have our one and only light source. Quick note there, I do have some windows over there, as you can tell, but they are, the blinds are closed, so we are trying to minimize any outside light best as possible, but that window is definitely adding some fill light to the room. So, first thing that we are going to kind of start with today is going to be some accessories, and just show you how those accessories are going to change our light around our subject here, and then we will start looking at some different lighting positions. Quick interruption to the video. Did you know that I also make merch for this channel? So I've got you covered with hoodies, so you can always be looking stylish, and other apparel as well. I've got you covered with coffee cups, so you can always be sipping your favorite drink. I've even got you covered with the wall art, so your home can always be up to speed and comfortable as heck. But there's still so much more to be seen. So not only does your purchase go into supporting this channel and helping others become more educated on photography and videography, but a portion of those proceeds also get donated to the Simplify in America's Fund, so that way, not only are we out here supporting each other, but you and I are also out here supporting the men and women who've served in our armed forces, and that is pretty awesome. So, don't forget to go check out that link in the description down below, go check out the merch page, and find something that you absolutely love. Otherwise, guys, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all the support and time you've given to this channel. I do appreciate you, but let's get back to your video now. So the very first lighting accessory that we have today is just going to be a white foam board. A foam board is going to work great because it is going to act as a bounce board. So you typically want to use bounce boards, quite how they sound, by bouncing the light back into your subject. So in this case, we're going to go from the opposite side of where our light is, attach our bounce board, and see how it will affect our subject. So after taking that photo, what you can tell from our bounce board is that it is bouncing some of that light back onto the left side of our subject there. So a nice way to kind of still only have one light, but get a little bit more light bouncing into your subject that way. So the next lighting accessory that I've got right here is going to be a black foam board. So it's going to do the opposite of the white foam board, which we used as a bounce board to bounce that light back into our subject. This is actually going to help take away some of the light from our subject and not have any light bouncing back onto our subject. And so what you will notice from that is the left side of our subject is now a little bit darker than our original, and it's definitely a lot darker than when we were using the white foam board as a bounce board. All right, the next accessory I got is going to be an umbrella that I'm going to be attaching directly to the light. But the umbrella is going to help diffuse our light and make sure that all of our shadows are a little bit softer and don't have that defined edge as a harsh light would create. So what you can kind of tell from the umbrella is that we do have a much softer light over the top of our subject, a little bit less intensity from our light because we are now diffusing it, but the shadows around our subject and scene are definitely a lot softer and less defined that way. And then next accessory that we've got is going to be your classic reflector. So as you can see, there is a lot of silver on the inside of it. So what that's going to do is, well, it's going to direct our light source a lot better because it has to be coming out of this cone. And then additionally, it is going to get a little bit stronger because we are amplifying that light with all the silver in here. So as you can tell, definitely a much more intense lighting situation going on. Our shadows have become much harsher again. They do all pretty much have a very defined outline. And then there again, we've also have a much more directional light now because of our reflector there. So to start talking about our light positioning right now, our light is in front of our subject and it's off to about a 45-degree offset. What does that mean? Well, if we have our subject right here, our light is in front of it, and if we draw a straight line out from our subject, we do have our light interjecting that at about a 45-degree angle there. All right, so for the next position, we do still have our light in front and off to a 45-degree offset, but we have now moved or closed that distance by a lot, so we are a lot closer to our subject with our light. What that's going to do is, by bringing our light closer, it provides a much more even lighting over the entire scene because it's all concentrated now. Doesn't have as much room to kind of taper off and go into a little bit darker gradient. So by bringing your lighting closer, you will get a much more even lighting over your subject and scene that way. And then the next lighting situation that we've got is going to be an off to the side lighting or a side lighting. And we'll just take a photo, let you see kind of what it's doing to our subject and scene. Of course, it's just going to be a different place for that light to be and where it's coming onto our subject and scene. All right, and then third and final, we do have a backlit scene or a backlit subject. So we've taken the light and quite literally pushed it behind our subject, and now we have our light coming from the back forward. Last kind of useful tip that I do want to leave you with today is whenever you do have a single light, don't be afraid to get into Photoshop while you're in your editing process and actually make a composite image out of a few different images. So you can take the image from it being forward lit and the image from it being backlit and combine the two, and you can really get some terrific results there. So don't be afraid to make composite images. It goes a long way when you only have one light source. But otherwise, guys, that is going to cover today's video. So thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate each and every one of you and all the support that you give to this channel. As always, don't forget to subscribe. I am releasing a lot of good information right now, and I don't want you to miss out. Why would you want to miss out on any of this info? You don't, exactly. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on that next video. Bye.